I'm no longer at 109 because I took IS 109 from the bottom to the top. Listen, when you're a change agent, you know, Barack Obama has just become the president-elect of the United States of America. And he ran on a platform of change. Right now, everyone is celebrating and excited about his leadership because the change that he has talked about is still abstract. But when that change moves from abstract to concrete, we'll see if there's still a level of excitement around the change agenda. When change means that I personally have to change something that I'm doing in order for the greater change to happen, then that can become a problem. Well, it's the same thing in schools. You know, if you had asked or surveyed the average teacher at that school before I became principal and said, hey, you know, do you have problems in the school? Absolutely. Do you think that this school is out of control? Oh, the school's out of control. Are the children respectful? Oh, the children are not respectful. Do the parents come up? No, we don't get the parents to come up, and we don't know what's wrong with the parents. I mean, you would hear a litany of complaints. And then if you said to them, do you think we need change? They would say, yes. If you would call that same teacher into a conference and say, listen, I had an opportunity to evaluate and observe your class, and I noticed that you didn't do A, B, C, or D, and that had a negative impact on the children's ability to understand the material. I think that we're going to have to foster some change. Now, resistance. You take that and you couple that with a principal who's young, who's 20 years your junior, okay, who is the first black male principal of the school, then the human dynamics begin to play a part in resistance of that change. So when I first became the principal of the school, I started to institute change. Look, we need to look at evaluating data. Okay. We need to look at how students are learning as opposed to how you're teaching. We have to look at classroom management. We have to look at, you know, maybe saying that when the students are walking in the hallways, you have to come to your doorway and help get them into your classroom, or something as simple as saying, hey, you know, at the end of the day, it'll be helpful if you walk the students outside and make sure they get outside safe and pick your classes up. Things like that were all the, you know, the little changes that help improve the environment, that help improve what's happening in the classroom instructionally, and that help raise the level of standards for children. However, if you are inherently, or you have an inherent belief that these children can't learn, no matter what I say to you about change, you're going to resist it because at your core value and belief system, you believe that the children that you're serving are not worth really an effort that's going to help create a better quality of life for them. And if you don't live in the neighborhood that these children are from, then you can come to the school and then go home. And you'll never see the product of what you did or didn't do. And so when I was confronted with teachers who had that mentality, that was a non-negotiable for me. I didn't say, I'm just going to sit there and allow that to exist. I challenged it. And if they didn't change their thinking, beliefs, or attitudes, then I moved quickly to help them find a better place to be. And if that meant counseling out of my school, if it meant writing them up until I was able to get rid of them, if that meant saying, hey, it's time for an early retirement, then I did the things that I needed to do to protect children. And when you do that, you come into immediately an immediate political conflict with the teachers union, which I'm not against unionism. I belong to a principals union. But at the same time, unionism takes on a different face when you're dealing with the helping profession. And you cannot, I don't believe that you should protect incompetent teachers just because You're concerned about job security over the development of young minds. And so we have a fundamental disagreement with each other as it relates to that. And these unions are powerful. They are, they have lobbyists. They finance many campaigns in the state of New York. I think New York State probably has one of the most powerful teacher unions in the country. And so they have ways in which they can impact and make a principal's life difficult. So when you come in and you're talking about a change agenda, an accountability agenda, and you have to deal with a union, you're going to have problems.